Hello all, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be going over Can-Can, which is number 92 in the Essential Elements book. Now I'm making this one for a particular student, but all the methods that I'm going to be incorporating can be used for anyone who finds themselves struggling on this piece. Now, it's an awesome piece, and at the end I definitely will play it in tempo and how it's supposed to sound. But we're going to talk about some popular ways to approach practicing this and some common problems. So usually I go ahead and have my students just start with measures 1, 3, and 5 because those are the easiest. You know, 1 we have the open D. And on these quarter notes, I just ask that you use full bow. So let's try that. We're going to do measure 1, measure 3, and measure 5, which is first from your E. Okay? That gives us 6 measures of super easy notes, D, A, and E. That's measures 1, 3, and 5. Okay? So easy. One more time. I'm going to do that. And in my head, I'm kind of hearing how the others sound. Those ones are my security blanket. I get frustrated on the 8th notes or anything goes wrong in the 8th notes. I go immediately to the quarter notes, okay? So let's look at measure 2. In measure 2, we have 4 notes. They're all on our D string, E, G, F, and E, okay? So I just want you to go ahead and try that to the best of your ability the first time. It's going to sound like this. Okay? Can't get it at that tempo? No problem. Slow it down. Okay? This going from E to a G is quite a big jump, quite a big skip. So make sure you isolate that and work on that. This measure shows up 4 times in our piece. So it is super important that you spend the time on this one. If you need a little extra help, doubling each note will work. Let's double each note. Again, doubled. That's a great alternative to playing slow because we're still using the short bows like it's an 8th note. We're just doing 2 of each. Then my next recommendation is that you take a rest in between each 8th note. Try it again. Then the next thing you're going to do is maybe you're like, oh, I feel much more confident. Do 2 notes. So we're going to do E, G, rest, F, E in the second line. Rest. You can do that. Great. Make it harder for yourself. Do 3 notes and then 1 note by itself. Rest. Again, that's E, G, F, rest, E. Rest. Okay? So that one's super helpful because it makes it harder. You can even change where you put the rest. Maybe you put the rest after the first note. So E and then G, F, E. E, rest. Okay, so then that way you're kind of getting the front end and the back end both fast enough. When you can do that, and you've successfully done all those ways numerous times, more than I do it in this video, then try putting the 4 notes together. Okay, you have a security blanket before and a security blanket after it, so we should safely be able to get through the first 3 measures. If you had issues with that, slow it down, take it slower, or put a rest in between every single note, okay? Let's talk about measure 4, okay? Measure 4 has A, B, then F sharp G, okay? And it's gonna look like this. So I'm first gonna just play it how it is. Okay, we got a pretty nasty string crossing there between our A and our D string. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm first gonna play it slow. Okay, then I'm gonna double. 2 A's, 2 B's, 2 F's, 2 G's. I would do that maybe 2 or 3 times. And then add my rests in. Now we're going to do a rest in between every single note. Okay? Then maybe a rest in between groups of 2. So A, B, rest, F, G. Rest. And then maybe, and I can do that as, you can essentially do that as much in tempo as you want. But always make sure that rest is long enough for you to reset your mind and kind of think. Then you do the 3-note one. So I'm going to do the 3 notes first and then a rest. A, B, F, rest, G. Then switch it up. Do the first note, a rest, B, F, G. Okay? I mastered that. Then I'm going to put the whole thing together. Now we have security blanket before, security blanket after. So going to start with the A. And then it's your favorite measure that we had in number 2. Okay? The next 2 measures are not hard if you've done a D major scale because it is essentially just a descending D major scale. Super easy. Now, any of these methods that we used in the first line can obviously be applied to the second line because the first and second line are extremely similar. The only thing that changes is the second to last measure, and I'm going to leave that for you guys to kind of use the methods and figure out on your own because this video is getting kind of long. Lastly, I'm going to go ahead and play through the whole piece, but not too fast. So you can go ahead and try to play with Miss Amanda so you can hear the notes and practice the piece with me. Here it goes. I'll give us a count of 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. As always, everyone out there, if you have any comments or questions, feel free to message me if you know me personally, or you can comment down in the comment section below. And as always, happy practicing.